In this tutorial we are going to learn how to create surveys in SimLab VR Studio. Surveys are similar in creation to quizzes with some differences, such as reporting the answer itself, and not a mark, as well as providing a star rating system among other minor differences. The model that we will be using can be found in the Academy, so go to the Academy in the bottom panel, then select Evaluation, then Surveys. You will find two items. The first one plays this tutorial, so move to the next item and drag it and drop it onto the 3D area to load the environment. This environment is similar to the one we used in the quizzes tutorial where the user learns how to operate a 2-posts lift, so let's go ahead and begin with the survey creation. From the VR evaluation menu, select Create Quiz. A quiz panel will be created at the center of the 3D area, so rotate it and move it to be near the power post. With the panel selected, click on the Quizzes/Surveys tab in the Properties panel to the right. In this tab you can change the name, so instead of the default Quiz 1 name, let's name it Survey, then from the Type drop-down menu, select Survey instead of Quiz. Feel free to adjust the appearance of the quiz as you see fit, then click Preview to see the changes you have made on the panel. Once you're happy with the appearance, from the same tab, click Edit to start adding the survey questions. Click on the plus sign under Questions to add the first question. As you can see, there are three types of questions in surveys: text-based questions, interactive questions, and star rating questions. Keep the first question type to text, and in the question field type, what type of vehicle will you mostly be using the lift for? To add answers, click the plus sign underneath the question. We're going to need 4 answers for this question, so click the plus sign 4 times. In the first answer type, sedan. In the second field type, SUVs. In the third type, pickup trucks. And in the last answer field, type, buggies. Notice that unlike quizzes, surveys don't have check boxes next to answers, since there are no wrong and right answers in surveys. Add another text-based question, and in the question field type, what type of power is used in the vehicles you repair? Add 4 answers and fill them with electric, gasoline, diesel, and lastly, hybrid. You can add as many questions as you like to the survey. I'm going to add a question inquiring about the participants' years of experience in the automobile repair field. We can also add a yes and no question by limiting the number of answers to 2. I'm going to add a third answer with the text, I have never operated a lift before. Let's add one more text-based question, and in the question field type, have you ever had an accident while operating a lift? As for the answers, I'm going to keep them similar to the question before. Add another question, but this time set its type to interactive. In the question field, type, which component do you think might wear out often? Since this is an interactive question, we need to add 3D objects from the scene as interactive elements to this question. I'm going to select the 4 adapters, then click on the plus sign to add them as interactive elements. I am also going to select the control panel and add it as an interactive element as well. Lastly, I'm going to select the post_2 component, which is the power post since it has the motor connected to it, and add it to the list. Now, with the last question being active, click the arrow next to each interactive element to add it to the question. Let's add a star rating question. Add a question and set its type to star rating. And in the question field type, how do you rate the learning experience? You can now choose the number of base stars the user can rate. I'm going to set it to a 5 stars rating system. The last thing we need to do is to determine when the survey is going to appear to the participant. Select the button that says Start Survey from the 3D area, then open the Training Builder. Add a node-triggered event, then attach the selected object to it. Now add an Activate Quiz response, then select the created survey, and attach it to it, then attach the response to the event. Run the VR experience to test out the survey. A series of instructions will follow, guiding the user on how to lift up the car. Answering the survey is simply a matter of selecting an option, then pressing Next, to move to the next question. In an interactive question, the selected object will glow in a green hue. When the participant presses submit, the results are going to be sent to the administrator or the teacher who shared the survey with the participant, but since we are running the survey directly from SimLab VR Studio, it will be considered a test, and no results will be submitted.